Hello, my name is Beatrix. I'm one of the complementary therapists at St Michael's Hospice. This is one in a series of short videos that I'm doing on Fridays during the lockdown period. The idea behind the videos is to give you space to stop, relax, and let go. All the other videos I've done have been filmed in my therapy room at home, but now we're allowed back in the hospice to do hands-on treatments with limitations. So I'm filming in one of the therapy rooms at the hospice. So should you ever have to come into the hospice for a treatment or complementary therapy treatment, it would most probably happen in one of these rooms, lovely as they are. So just so that you know. Anyway, the theme behind today's treatment is just getting some mobility between the head and the waist. Lots of us have been sitting lots, either at a computer or just in chairs, and it's so easy when we sit for a long time just to kind of collapse and just to our chest to sink in and our neck to curve up. And if you look, it exaggerates the curve of our upper body and it can pinch on the back of the neck. So these exercises will help mobilize those areas, increase the circulation, and potentially give us the option to have a better posture. So we shall begin. Now, ideally your feet are firmly placed on the ground. If you can't touch the ground, then do feel free to put a pillow under your feet. If you need a back support, put a pillow behind your back. And the most important thing is that you're comfortable. If any of the exercises I tell you to do feel uncomfortable or give you pain, then do them less. And if they still cause you pain, stop doing them and wait for the next exercise. Nothing I do should hurt. Also, we all have different bodies. You know, some of us are more mobile than others, and others are a bit stiffer. And everything you should do within the limitations of how your body moves. It's not about how far you can go, it's simply about getting yourself moving, increasing the circulation, and aiding the general mobility of you. Okay, so we're going to start by just shutting our eyes, turning our attention inwards and noticing how we feel right now. Just coming into stillness and just thinking, how am I? How does my body feel? What's my mood like? And then at the end of this series of exercises, we can do the same thing and just compare how we feel now to how we felt then and see if the exercises have made any difference. Just noticing the rhythm of your breathing and gravity pulling your body down, just feeling your posture. And then when you think you've really worked out how you are right now, just gently open your eyes. And we're going to start by very simply rolling our shoulders, an exercise I've done a lot, or I do a lot. We bring our shoulders up to our ears, we roll backwards and down and then forwards, breathing in as we put our shoulders up and back, and out as we put them down and forwards. Do about 3 or 4 of those just to warm the shoulders up. And then we're going to interlace our fingers, push our palms away from us, float our arms up as far as we can comfortably go. A bit tricky with the headphones on. And then once we get to the top, to release the grip of our fingers and gently swim our arms back and down. Repeating that again, interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away, allowing them to rise up and then swimming them back down. A third time lucky, pushing the palms away, letting them float up, releasing the grip, swimming them down and back. Now just those 3 shoulder moves or shoulder rolls, I can really feel the difference in my shoulders. Then we're going to do the same thing, just warm the neck up. And we do that by just saying no. So gently shaking your head as if you're saying no, no thank you. And while shaking our head from side to side, we gently look up at the ceiling. No. As high as we can comfortably go. And then we look down at the floor, still saying no. And this move is not about a big move. It's about doing small little moves. It brings movement between each vertebra, loosening the joint, aiding the circulation. So we'll do this one more time, just to get everything going in our neck. And back to center. I can already feel the blood rushing to my neck as I sit here and reflect. So then we're just going to do head rolls, nice and simple. So dropping our head forwards, rolling it to one side and back, and then rolling it the other way, coming forwards again, then rolling it to the other side and back, rolling it round and forwards. Slow, gentle movements. Seeing if it's possible to really relax the head and neck while you do this. Because again, it's not about pushing, it's just about moving. And then back to center. There we go. So now we're going to do a really funny move with our neck, which to do, you look very silly. And we're going to lead with our chins. We're going to tuck our chin in and see if we can give ourselves a few double chins. And then while keeping our chin tucked in, we're going to try and look up at the ceiling. And then allowing our chin to come up, we scoop our chin forwards as far as we can and down. Tuck our chin in, pull our chin back, look at the ceiling, and again allow the chin to come up, forwards and down. And we'll repeat that, and that moves the neck, but there's often we have a little bit of a hump. We can get a hump between our shoulder blades at the top. And when we tuck our chin in, we uncurl the curve at the back of our neck. When we look up, we bring movement to that little sort of stuck area at the top of our shoulders at the base of our neck. And then as we allow our chin to come up, just creating that movement in the whole of the area. So one more time. And then back to center. So I really feel that on that like hump area. I believe it's called a dowager's hump. Very attractive name. Anyway, so then we just continue with the movements of our neck. We're just going to look over one shoulder, back to center, and then the other shoulder, and back to center. So now when we do that, we allow our shoulders to come with the movement. And back to center, and back to center. And we do this one more time, but this time we allow ourselves to do the full turn that our spine will allow. If you want, you can hold onto a chair or your leg to just increase the movement. Nothing should hurt. So turning with our head and back to center, and then the other way. And back to center. And now I can feel the whole length of my spine has been activated by the movement. So now we've worked the neck and this area here in our shoulders, and we've started to bring some twist to our spine. Now we're going to really work this chunk here. So obviously if we've been sitting like this, we're going to just move that whole area. So we start by exaggerating that curve. So just really hunching forwards as if we're being pushed at the chest, allowing our head to drop. Feeling a real stretch between the shoulder blades. And then doing the opposite movement. So bringing our shoulders back, opening our chest out, possibly looking up if you can. And then again, hunching forwards. And then stretching back. And you can bring the arms into this. So you can hunch forward and allow your arms to come forwards. And then allow your arms to come back as you arch backwards. Hunching forwards. Arching backwards. And then come to center. We'll do one last arch open. So we're going to put our palms facing each other and just open our hands out, trying to keep them below the shoulder level. And as we do so, allowing our chest to open, we want our arms straight and our palms facing forwards, not curled in, but curving back. And that creates a real stretch along the whole of our arms and chest. And then just come to stillness and just feel how the body is, having moved it. You can gently shut your eyes, and I'd like just to move around on your chair, just finding a central spot where your weight is neither too much to the left or the right, or too far forwards or too far backwards. And you can picture a thread at the top of your head pulling you up, and you just dangle relaxed from that point. Just feeling a relaxed straightness to the body. Shutting your eyes and just noticing, how do I feel right now? How is my body after that movement? How is my mood after that movement? Was it worth doing? And then you can just gently open your eyes. So thank you very much for joining me in that exercise, and I hopefully will have time to post another one in a couple of weeks.